how Zig Ziglar spent every morning of every day, he'd spend 3 hours. I got to find it. I'll find it and read this to you. This was one of the most kind of impactful things where Zig Ziglar really expanded his reach in life. But Zig would spend every day, Zig spent 3 hours to learn something new to share with someone else for their benefit. How would your life change over a year if this is what you focused on? Hello, everybody. Grady Paulson here, Family First Life America Beyond. Excited to be on here today with you. We are going to do our Hayden and I, as you can see on the screen, Hayden Hill, integrity partner, Hall of Fame producer. Recently, we're fortunate and blessed to attend a 4-day Leadership Academy training put on by our parent company, Integrity Marketing Group. They brought in Tom Ziglar, who's the son and Chairman and CEO of the Ziglar Foundation, son of Zig Ziglar, one of the greatest business minds that has ever existed, and put us through the ringer, put us through a 4-day course of all kinds of content, all putting us in a position where we learned a tremendous amount about business, leadership, coaching, how to behave, how to act, how to help people get better. And our goal today is to review that with you and to put you in a position where you're now equipped. And granted, this was 4 days, right? 4 full days. And we're going to do it in about 45 minutes or so and try to give you the best tidbits. So if you like Cliff Notes, you're on the right call. But more so, the goal of this is for you to get better, right? So to come at this with an open mind, to come at this with the reality of, Hayden and I are fairly well personally developed. We've listened to a lot of speakers. We've applied what they've said. We've read a lot of books. We've cut our teeth in the field. We've been knocked down more times than we would care to admit, and picked ourselves back up and went back to business. And coming out of this Leadership Academy, I think we both have put ourselves in a position where we've evolved. And that's always the goal, right? The goal is evolution, right? There is no maintenance mode. You're either growing or you're dying. No one stays neutral. So that's what I'm excited about. Hayden, any initial thoughts about the Leadership Academy before we jump into the slides?
Yeah, I mean, it was some great stuff we're going to go through, obviously, but one of the main things is just like you just said, Grady, it's a constant evolving process where either you're stuck and getting worse, or you're getting better. And a lot of the things that we're going to go through, you've probably heard them. They're probably just, good, gentle reminders. But if you really are intentional with some of these principles and some of these thoughts, it's going to help you so much. And not only, the cool thing about this training is it wasn't only about just business. I've applied some of the principles, in life and with family and in business. And it helps pretty much, full circle with anything that you're going to be doing. So excited to share.
So this is a cool thing. So Ziglar Performance Formula: attitude times effort times skills equals performance, right? Attitude, are you positively contagious? Effort, do you hustle? Skills, do you know your script? But this was very, very kind of insightful, where he's talking about, everything compounds on each other. The way you see the future determines your thinking of today. Your thinking today determines your performance today. Your performance today has a large bearing on your future. And it's just basically saying, like, do you have big goals, right? We're talking about just our goals. The way you see the future, do you see your future living where you are, driving what you drive, bank account where it's at, household the way it is? Do you see yourself, evolving and speaking on stages and leading people and writing a book or owning more companies? The way you see your future determines your thinking today. What do I think about, right? Your thinking today determines your performance today. Your performance today has a large bearing on your future. Hayden, what do you say? What do you got in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything we're talking about. It all goes hand in hand. It's visualization. It's the way that you see yourself. It's the way you see your future. And, to repeat it 100 times, when you have those goals and those, your why and your purpose, it's a lot easier to achieve the things that are leading up to the ultimate goal versus if you're just kind of just freestyling and hoping that it happens.
Yeah. Amen. All right. Attacking challenges. Begin each day with a perfect start, right? Whatever that is for you. Tom talked about getting your day started, right? Whether that's getting up and exercise, getting up and reading, getting up and meditating. He talks about how Zig Ziglar spent every morning of every day, he'd spend 3 hours. I got to find it. I'll find it and read this to you. This was one of the most kind of impactful things where Zig Ziglar really expanded his reach in life. But Zig would spend every day, Zig spent 3 hours to learn something new to share with someone else for their benefit. How would your life change over a year if this is what you focused on? You spent every morning learning things and then thought, hey, I got this buddy, he lives in Ohio now. I've been talking to him forever. Hey, man, I was thinking about you. I know you work at X. I just read this article about how it's evolving. Not sure if you're aware of it. Wanted to share with you, right? Spent every day on trying to learn something, then to share that what you learned with someone else. That was pretty crazy. Create the right mindset and muscles before you need them, right? Concept of preparing before the storm, right? Create your sales muscles, create your skill set muscles, right? Mortgage leads are what they used to be, right? So did you evolve your presentation style that to learn IULs, right? If you'd been doing IULs for the past 3 years, mortgage leads take a depression. Does that put you in a position where you can just hop into right selling more IULs? Or have you been at a sales slump because you're like, oh, I can only sell final expense now, right? You know, that's a one example that's popped out of my head, but focus on what you can control, take action, dump the old plan, adjust the story you tell yourself, and evaluate your self-talk and attitude. When you're attacking challenges, what is this teaching me? What is this going to, right? Client, I didn't fill that out. Perfect. Now, the reason why I'm calling is this, right? What is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? What am I supposed to learn from this challenge, from this thing I'm going through? And then just having a positive attitude that you're going to learn something for it so that it doesn't happen to you again.